What movie did you finish, say, "Wow, that was great," and then never watch again? Hotel Rwanda. It's an amazing movie based on a true story of a hotel manger in Rwanda during the genocide. I bawled my eyes out for most of the movie and it's super intense. So I just don't think I could put myself through that again. We Need to Talk About Kevin. Absolutely amazing film. Brilliantly shot and scripted. The acting was incredible. And I will never, ever, ever, ever watch that again. I feel damaged for life. Synecdoche, New York. It's Charlie Kaufman's, writer of Eternal Sunshine on the Spotless Mind. Adaptation. Being John Malkovich's first film as a director. It began after a studio approached him to do a horror film. So instead of writing a movie about what people like to pretend was scary, fantastical monsters, ghosts, etc., he wrote a movie about what really scared him. Failing health. Watching his parents die. Not finding love. Losing the affection of his child. Never being satisfied or fulfilled. I saw it once. It's a movie unlike any other I've seen, and if I had to pick a single best film that I've ever seen, it would be tough not to choose it. And I'll never watch it again. Joker. Loved it. But I am not a fan of depressing or dark movies, so I am glad I saw it. But wouldn't want to see it again. Grave of the Fireflies. You can't physically watch that movie twice without bursting into tears. Brokeback Mountain. Good. But so freaking depressing. Although if you only watch the first half, and stop it at just the right time, you can leave feeling like, those two young fellas sure have a bright future ahead of them. The Imitation Game. Absolutely loved it. Dallas Buyers Club. The Pianist. Schindler's List. Most movies. I rarely watch a movie I've already seen. I think Chernobyl. It was a great series. But super depressing. And if I do watch it again, I'll have to skip the hospital scenes with Vasilia. Avatar. The one with the blue cat people. American History X. Great movie. Never want to see it again. The Hunt. Danish film with Mads Mikkelsen. Want to feel your soul crushed and have no emotional stability via amazing acting? This is the film. The Road starring Viggo Mortensen is the real answer here. If only because such a huge portion of its viewers go on to hang themselves afterwards. I feel like most Oscar bait movies fall in this category. They're all incredible movies, but they don't have much rewatch value. Hereditary. So good but pretty unsettling. Hard to watch the first time. So a second time seems pretty unlikely. Requiem for a Dream. Best movie I never want to watch again. Edit. Also Graveyard of the Fireflies. Holy. Arrival and Interstellar. Enough mindfucking for a decade. Not a movie. But every episode of Black Mirror. Room. Incredible movie, but could not put myself through that emotion again. The French horror movie Martyrs. It's the most devastating thing I've ever seen. Wanna see someone get beat up for an hour and someone pull bolts out of their skull? Have I got a movie for you. Schindler's List. Fantastic movie. Probably never going to watch it again. Not for a decade or so. The Irishman. Great film, but my god, that runtime. Almost couldn't do it in one sitting. The Big Short. It was a pretty good way of breaking down what led up to the housing crisis of '08 to normies. Sophie's Choice. Before My Two Kids. All good. Watched it again not long after my second baby was born. Had to run from the room to throw up from crying so hard. Precious. Way too disturbing. Call Me by Your Name. It was fun once. But the second time the age difference stood out. Edit. Spelling mistake. For me. It was The Machinist. Rogue One. I thought it was great. But I can't watch movies with really sad, bittersweet endings again. Especially cause I'm just anticipating the pain that's gonna come while watching it. Casino. Honest to goodness. My favorite movie I've ever watched. Pesci and De Niro really shine through in it. And it's just so well made. But I can't rewatch it. It's a really hard movie to watch. Annihilation. Great movie. Can't ever do the bear monster scene ever again. Parasite. Too dark. Fucked my mind for a few hours. Full Metal Jacket. Don't get me wrong. It's a good film. But it's just so up. Any M. Night Shyamalan movie. Once you've seen the surprise ending, watching it again is spoiled. The Squid and the Whale. I loved it. I was a pretentious teenager and into music and books and art and cinema and therefore Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach, as it was the early I mean, plus they make great movies, but tbh. This was their first movie I really, truly got in an adult way. And it drastically changed how I saw their collaboration, The Royal Tenenbaums, which I'd seen a little bit before my parents' divorce, and it didn't land in the same way. I appreciated the style of the directors more than anything else up until that point. My parents are academics. I have a younger brother. We didn't have an awesome home life for many years. It hit so incredibly close to home that I saw it. Thought it was amazing, and as I said, it really impacted me, but I haven't watched it since. It honestly makes me emotional about my childhood just thinking about the movie. Avatar, I think it was the most expensive movie ever at that time, and the movie was beautiful. But it was too long and the story wasn't strong enough to carry it. The Fountain. I've always wanted to rewatch it. Don't even remember most of it. Just that it was crazy. The Prestige. Amazing movie. Amazing plot twist. Amazing set and costume design. Great acting. Never going to watch it because it just doesn't have any replay value for me. It doesn't have the set beats which intrigue me enough to watch again. Grave of the Fireflies. Beautifully animated. Beautiful story. Beautiful characters. But horribly depressing. I walked out of the theater sobbing. Titanic, it's so long. I do not understand how my mom went to see it 5 times. Argo, great movie. But it causes too much anxiety for me to watch again. Schindler's List. Easy one. Godfather. That movie is amazing and great, but I don't wanna watch a 3-hour movie again. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I have a passionate interest in psychology but a deep fear of everything that ended up happening to the protagonist. Hotel Rwanda. I will never watch it again. Once was enough. Beautiful. Heart-wrenching story. Sobbed through the entire thing. Will remember it always. It is etched in my soul as an example of how hate turns us into monsters and yet humanity can prevail even in the darkest times. I've got 2 movies that I can think of. No Country for Old Men, There Will Be Blood. Gentleman, Guy Ritchie. Camera, the film is gorgeous. But when you try to review, the atmosphere is different. Camera. The Deer Hunter. One shot. Kids, scariest movie ever. Dogtooth. Dark Greek masterpiece. But not really a feel-good film. Kind of like Requiem for a Dream. Bone Tomahawk. Good flick. But anyone who has seen it knows why many won't ever watch it again. Midsommar, not top-shelf horror. This is the They Keep Hidden. It's incredibly well directed, artful, and an awful experience. Amelie. I loved that movie so much. But never watched again. Sincerely. The fact that Netflix removed it from the catalog has a big part on that. The Muppets. From 2011. Perfectly fine movie. And I liked the allusions to the first movies they made. But it's not one I could necessarily see myself watching again. Also, all of the J.J. Trek movies. The Revenant. Watched when I was 11 when it first came out. Never saw it again. Up until Joker came out. It was my favorite movie. Now it's my second favorite movie. Afraid to watch it again and not be as impressed as I was the first time I saw it. Eat, Pray, Love. Beautifully done. But not complex enough to watch again. Every movie that is brilliant because of the twist. Like Sixth Sense. Because everything is leading to the twist, and when you know it there isn't much of a point to watch it again. Blade Runner 2049. A masterpiece. That deserves to be seen in a cinema, and rewatching it on a small would ruin it. The movie Clown. It's a 2017 film. I think it was good but haven't watched it since then. My Name is Khan. Mind-blowing film. The kind that is too good to rewatch it and detract from its impact. Everyone should watch it though. It's a work of art. The Sixth Sense totally got me. Great thriller with a twist ending, but once you know how it ends there's no real reason to watch it again. Shazam. I loved it. It was hilarious. But I haven't really gotten the chance to watch it again. Interstellar. I watched it alone at random. Just watch something, mood. And I loved it. Never seen it since. But I plan to. Blade Runner 2049. Saw it in the cinemas and bought it on Blu-ray as soon as it came out. Just haven't got around to watch it again. Avengers. Endgame. The Game. Don't know why. But once was enough. But I can never ever watch Hachi. A Dog's Tale ever again. Fear of death couldn't get me to watch that one again.